Here are my week 9 predictions for the NFL. Before we get going, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about my predictions, and let me know if you have any upsets this week. But starting off tonight, the Houston Texans play the New York Jets. Jets, led by Aaron Rodgers, who has been on a decline this season. They are in New York. The Texans have some receiver issues. Stephon Diggs, he is out for the season with an ACL. Houston are underdogs in this game. I still expect them to win this game though. Versus the Jets, I don't think the Jets really have it in them to win this football game. Hassan Reddick, I think, is projected to play today, but I don't think that matters much. Saints and the Panthers. As a Saints fan, I'm over it. I don't really care what happens here. The Saints have struggled so much this season. And injuries, you can give it one thing, but coaching is the biggest problem. I think the Panthers also suck too. So, it's going to be a battle of two mediocre teams in the NFC South or in the NFC period. So, it's going to be what it's going to be. I'm going to take my Saints to win. It is what it is. I truly don't really care at this point. Season's over. Go get a good draft pick. Go get a first-round pick. Yeah. Commanders play the Giants. I think the Commanders are going to win this football game. The Commanders are one of the best teams in the National Football League, period. And I think with longevity and more time for this team to build together, they'll just become even better and better. I think what Dan Quinn has done this year with Jalen Daniels has been absolutely incredible. You got a coach of the year candidate, rookie of the year candidate, both on the team, and that defense has been playing outstanding as well. You have the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills have had the Miami Dolphins numbers for years now. With a Tua Tagovailoa, who we don't know what to expect from him, but the offense is still that offense. We'll see what happens there, but I think the Bills win this game. They are arguably one of the best teams in the league as well, and I think the Bills are going to win this game. The Browns versus the Chargers. Browns coming off a great win with Jameis Winston versus the Ravens last week. Outstanding upset from that team. I think they have a real quarterback now. Deshaun Watson was not the guy. He is not the guy for them, and I expect them to move on from him after this season. Chargers, I don't think they're good enough right now to compete in the NFL. I think they're going to win a couple of games, but they aren't going to be great. They're going to be pretty mediocre at best. So give me the Browns to win this game. Patriots versus the Tennessee Titans. Drake May might be out this game with a concussion, so Jacoby Brissett will be in the game. I expect them to still win this game. The Titans' offense is a joke and very unproductive. They got Calvin really going last week, but I don't think this continues to happen again this week, and I think the Patriots win this game. Falcons versus the Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are an awful football team. Their offense is very good. I know they're riddled with injuries as well, but they aren't great. They are not good. Jerry Jones, whoever you want to blame, Mike McCarthy, are the problem. I think that offense will be effective. They can put up 20 points, 25 points, but they can't stop that Atlanta offense. Kirk Cousins is rolling with Kenny Pickett, Maury, all those guys like Drake London. They are playing great football, and Bijan Robinson. I think the Falcons win this game. Bengals versus the Raiders. Bengals are struggling right now. They are the best team in the league. I think they're sitting on 2, maybe 3 wins this season so far. And I don't think that's fair on them. They need to win out. They need to win a lot more football games. They want to be competitive and make the playoffs, and I think they can be. We got the Raiders on the other side, who are waiting to draft a quarterback in the draft this year. Their season's pretty much washed with the quarterback play that they have, and so I'm taking the Bengals to win this game. You have the Ravens versus the Broncos. I know I have the Ravens on here, but that Broncos team has been playing some really good football. I think they're sitting on 5 wins this season right now, 5-3 maybe. I think that's what their record is. And Bo Nix has been playing great. Played great last week. Played great the couple weeks before that. I'm picking the Ravens to win this game, but if an upset happens, I think I think an upset here with the Broncos is definitely a possibility to happen. You have the Bears playing the Cardinals. Cardinals have been one of those teams this year that's been really inconsistent. Sometimes they spark and show some talent, and sometimes they don't. When you have the Bears, on the other hand, who's played great football, they lost to the Commanders on a last-second Hail Mary tip in the end zone. It was what it was. I think they win this game, and they advance to 6 wins. This Bears team, they're starting to gel. Caleb Williams is starting to really find his feet in the NFL, and he's looking like a pretty serviceable quarterback, if not a top three rookie quarterback in the league. I've enjoyed watching him. I've enjoyed this Bears team finally start to look like the team that they've wanted for the past 3 years. And so, yeah, give me the Bears to win this game. You got the Eagles versus the Jaguars. I think the Eagles are going to win this game. Jaguars, they're having an off season. Not off season. They're a bad football team. They're having a bad year. It is what it is. And I think this is a win by at least 15 points for the Philadelphia Eagles. You have the Rams versus the Seahawks. I think this can go either way. These are a division game, NFC West. You have Cooper Kupp and Puka both back, and that's good for this Rams team, for that offense, for those guys to be able to scheme better. I think Seattle, they are a good football team, but they are still dealing with some growing pains. A new head coach, still trying to get their offense really clicking and going. And so I think if it's anything, their defense is holding them, keeping them in games. And I think with this on Sunday, the Rams will win this game. And I think they'll split on the season. So next up, again, one of those games where I think we'll split on the season. I think if I go off of consistency, who's been the best, like who's been more consistent throughout the season, I'm going to give it to the Detroit Lions. The Lions play the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to give it to the Lions. I think the Packers are a good team. I think the Lions are a great team. But I think right now, consistency when it comes to what we've seen from start to finish, the Lions are just levels ahead of almost everybody in the league. I think my best players my best teams right now in the league are the Lions, the Buffalo Bills, and yeah, I think those, and obviously you have to give the Chiefs. You have to get the Chiefs. And so yeah, give me the Lions to beat the Green Bay Packers with an arguable split coming for them too. The Vikings play the Colts. I think the Vikings will win this game after that loss last week. They want to get back into it, get back adjusted, and get back into winning ways. The Colts benching Anthony Richardson. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it is what it is. Kids young. The NFL is an evil place for quarterbacks. Yeah, give me the Vikings to win this game, and then the undefeated Chiefs play against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin. So this should be a breeze for the Chiefs. Should be an absolute breeze for the Chiefs, and I think this could advance them to being 9-0 this NFL season. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about those predictions. And yeah.